What's up? How you doing? Jeff D, AIMCHealthSolutions.com for a weekly health and wellness video for you. We're live here on Route 30, Framingham, in the fast food emporium of Route 30. So this week what I'd like to talk about is the difference between the American diet and the European diet. So I used to work in Europe. I used to do some stuff in Europe back in the day. And I remember when, towards the end of the day there, some of my colleagues from Europe and Germany in particular would say, hey, I'm going to pick up dinner after work. And as an American, what do you think I'm thinking? I'm thinking they're going to McDonald's, Five Guys. No, they go to the supermarket to pick up fresh food every single night and make a fresh dinner every night. And it made me really think about the European diet versus the American diet. Now, it's said that Europeans are healthier, they exercise more, they have smaller portions, they eat fresher food. And the biggest thing I've heard is that there are up to, I think, around 11 different cases or additives that are barred in Europe. They're not used in food in Europe, but they're used in American foods and some of the highly processed foods. Another thing that's an eye-opening stat is, haven't you noticed there's a lot more disease lately in the U.S.? I've known people that are also getting cancer. They're having high blood pressure issues. There's a lot of obesity issues. 1 in 4 people are overweight. Could even be worse than that. And it makes you think here, they don't have those issues in Europe. And even in Asia sometimes, but I want to focus on Europe and Asia. So I always say, just in today's video is eating like a European. Don't eat like an American. Americans have huge portions. There's a lot of salt, sugar, additives that add to a lot of food. We're all in a rush. Listen, people are rushing down Route 30 all the time, making their stops, picking up dinner, a bunch of French fries, and then plopping on the couch. That's not the case in Europe. They have a fresh dinner, they go for a walk, they enjoy family time. Mentally, from a mental health perspective, you don't have the issues there that you have here. And you're like, Jeff, why don't you just go move to Europe? No, I'm here to help us Americans be healthier, right, through supplementation, diet, and lifestyle. And this is not the lifestyle we should do. I did a video a while back about, do you want to keep going to the emergency room, or do you want to go to the gym? And that's the case in the U.S. We don't spend enough time in the gym. We spend too much time at one of these stores here. The old Five Guys, McDonald's, Burger King, Raising Cane's is that way, Chick-fil-A is this way. Jeez, what happened to the nice Whole Foods or Fresh Market? Stop there and get your fresh food and make dinner. It's worth the time investment. And you'll see that, that's the key. We have to take the step here and get away from the American way of processed foods, pharmaceuticals, because we are just not healthy. And that's it. So I'm going to post a link to some good diet tips and recipes that are very healthy for you. And your homework is to hit your store on a regular basis, pick up some healthy foods, and don't pick up this crap. And then, you know what? There's one more thing I want to say too, just to end this. It's more expensive to eat like garbage than it is to eat healthy. Have a good day. Jeff D, AIMCHealthSolutions.com. Let's eat healthy, America.